Galnet News Digest, 11th of August 3308. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, we still know very little about what happened following the firing of the Proteus wave, but we may have found the very last words of salvation. And we do a little cookery, converting Spearmint ancient relics into the peppermint unclassified variety.
Two days after the disaster in HIP 22460, and with no official word from Azimuth Biotech or any of the superpowers, our two main sources of information are accounts from those in neighbouring systems, including the trickle of survivors who've made it out to the Musashi, the Glorious Prospect, and El Centinela Cadeja in the Pleiades sector CW-U B3-2 system, and logs recovered from the wreckage in HIP 22460. The press is being denied access to the majority of survivors, so scanning the wreckage is providing most of the information we have at the moment. There appear to be many accounts of the events buried in the wreckage, but gaining access to them is hampered by the rapid arrival of one or more Thargoids about a minute after you drop out of Supercruise. Investigators are risking their lives and having to work fast to gather evidence. Two of the logs already recovered may be of particular historical significance. The first is a broadcast to the crew of the Bright Sentinel by Commander Morag Halloran, apparently just moments before the Proteus wave was fired.
This is Commodore Halloran. I have just received word that the Proteus wave weapon has been successfully installed at the Thargoid surface site. Soon we will initiate the weapon's activation sequence. It will take some time, so we need to be wary of any attempt by the Thargoid fleet to interfere with Salvation's plan. I've confirmed with Galnet officials that every major newsfeed will carry live footage of the superweapon's activation. We'll share the coming victory with the people we fight for. Every loved one of the millions lost to the Thargoids will witness our revenge in real time. You all know your duties. We've drilled them 12 times over. Don't let the waiting audience distract you. Make me proud, okay? Halloran out.
The second log is a private and contemplative diary entry, apparently by Salvation himself. Showing a more human aspect than we've been used to, Salvation muses on the time he has worked on this project, his advanced age, and his growing respect for the Thargoids he sought to eliminate.
The time of our victory is almost here. My journey has been long. Too long, I think. I am likely to be the oldest ever living human. The fortune I have spent on cell regeneration and bionic replacements to keep my physical form intact. It would make even a serious accountant weep. Every single credit was worthwhile, though. The investments have allowed me to witness this moment, to be our salvation. The Thargoids are an ancient race, too blind to realize that time has passed. Over the centuries, I have admittedly found a grudging respect for them. The creatures are equally intelligent and ruthless, but they lack the ambition and endless potential of humans. I've given my life to ensuring the crown is finally snatched away from them. We are now the dominant civilization in the galaxy. My name will be remembered alongside the very greatest champions of humanity. I believe I have earned that much.
It appears that Salvation's attempt at the genocide of the Thargoids has instead resulted in the Thargoids becoming simultaneously more powerful, able to neutralise Guardian technology, and much, much more angry. As Haimar Borichev, deputy editor of The Sovereign, points out, the Thargoids had a right to get angry when some ancient human attempted to wipe them off the face of the galaxy. Perhaps we should be looking at our own actions in supporting salvation when we look at the mess we found ourselves in.
Guardian Relics, when plugged into a Thargoid device, which is found inside active Thargoid sites, have changed their behaviour. Instead of being rejected by the device, they are now transformed into something that's been described as an unclassified relic. Undertaking this alchemy is not without its dangers. Once you've collected your 3 Guardian Relics from any Guardian ancient ruins, a good place to take them is the Oracle in Delphi. Planet 5b contains many crashed Thargoid interceptors, many of which have Thargoid sensors. You need one of these to get into the Thargoid site in your SRV. Planet 5a has an active Thargoid structure. The sensor is corrosive, and after activation the Thargoid scavengers become aggressive. The Thargoid device becomes unbearably hot, and your SRV may start rotating and jumping in time to the Thargoid device's rhythm. But if you're willing to go through this process, and if you get out with one of these green relics, you may be able to help Professor Palin and Ramtar work out how the Thargoids resisted the Proteus wave pulse, and help to rescue humanity from what looks like becoming a new, more deadly Thargoid invasion. Professor Palin can be found in Ark, and Ramtar in Meen, and they both pay 1,000,000 credits for every unclassified relic.
And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News, we read the news so you don't have to.